Getting proficient in Java. Welcome to this Java course. In this course, we will cover the fundamental constructs of Java language and basics of object-oriented programming. This course is carefully designed to cover all the topics that you need to learn to become proficient in Java. I have ensured that the topics are up to date as per the most recent version of Java. And in this course, you will be learning to use an IDE or an integrated development environment to effectively write Java programs. My name is Tarun Talan. I am an experienced software engineer with several years of experience in various technologies. I have used Java for over 15 years and I have had my fair share of building new features, fixing bugs, and developing APIs and writing documentation for developers. I am really excited to present this course to you. Let us first start with the basic question: what makes a Java programmer proficient? A proficient Java programmer is someone who not only possesses good coding skills but is also very knowledgeable on how to implement programming using the most appropriate libraries, frameworks, and design patterns. Furthermore, one should be aware of the latest features and should be able to write clean code. As you might be aware that Java is a very popular programming language. It can be used for creating all kinds of applications ranging from mobiles, desktops, and distributed enterprise applications. It's a great programming language to learn as it is designed to work on almost all platforms. If you are thinking to learn Java, then this course will help you. This course is aimed at developers of all levels, from beginner to advanced, who want to improve their Java skills and get up to date with all the latest additions to this language. This is a comprehensive course to brush up and get familiar with Java programming language. This course is for programmers, developers, or software engineers, managers, software leads, and architects looking to get their hands dirty with Java, or anyone who is looking for a quick reference. If you work in a company that is still stuck using old Java code, after taking this course, you will be able to get your skills updated and you'll be able to refactor your code to a cleaner and more concisely written code. Prerequisites. There are no prerequisites for this course other than the basic know-how of using a computer. Having prior experience with programming or a scripting language is only a plus point. It is not mandatory. If the topics are new to you, then no worries. We will discuss them one by one in a very simple format so that you can easily understand. At the end of this course, you'll be able to understand and use most of the Java syntax, including the latest Java language features that has come up recently. Thank you very much for your attention and happy learning. Java Overview. In this section, I would be covering fundamentals of Java language and fundamentals of Java platform. You would be learning about terms like bytecode, class path, packages, etc. We will also cover the following topics: Java additions, Java virtual machine, Java development kit, Java runtime environment, Java compiler, and Java architecture. After going through this section, you should be able to answer common questions about Java, like what is the difference between JDK and JRE, what are various editions of Java, and what makes Java platform independent. Java is a high-level programming language based on C++. It provides wide range of ready-to-use libraries of classes. With the help of these libraries or Java APIs, you can develop rich features such as interacting with files and folders, performing input-output operations, dealing with numeric data, or creating graphical user interface very easily. Java is a programming language using which you can create various kinds of applications like online games, chat applications, application to manage your expenses, and various kinds of mobile and web applications, and many more. Java can be used to build desktop applications. It can be used to build mobile applications on platforms like Google Android. It can be used for building applications for embedded systems and applications for performing data processing. Further, it can be used to create games rich in graphics and interaction. It can be used to build web applications, and it can be used for building large-scale distributed enterprise applications. It is also suitable for building apps for IoT devices like Raspberry Pi. As we have seen, Java is a very versatile language. Let us now look into the history of Java. Java was designed in early 1990s by James Gosling, a computer scientist from Sun Microsystems. Later, it was acquired by Oracle, so it is currently owned by Oracle. The first release of Java was out in 1995. It followed Write Once, Run Anywhere philosophy, which makes application written for one program work for all other platforms. Because of this, it has become a very popular language for developing modern applications that need to be deployed on different kinds of platforms with minimal effort. Let us now look into what are the benefits of using Java. Java has the following characteristics. It is secure and platform independent. So you can run Java programs on almost all kinds of computers and operating systems, including macOS, Linux, and Windows. It is portable, robust, and dynamic, with the ability to fit the needs of any type of applications. You only need to write the program once to be able to run it on a number of platforms. That is called Write Once, Run Anywhere. This makes it portable. Java has a huge community of around 8 million developers all across the globe. It is one of the most popular programming language. Java is not only a programming language, but also a development platform. Let us now look into various editions of Java platform. Java Platform Standard Edition or Java SE comprises of core Java platform and class libraries. Java Embedded is a subset of Java SE, which is designed for building embedded applications like applications for smart cards. Java Platform Enterprise Edition is used to build large-scale applications. This is currently maintained by Eclipse Foundation and is now renamed as Jakarta EE. Before you can start programming in Java, you need to download and install Java Development Kit (JDK) for the latest release of Java SE platform. You can download this from Java Technologies page at the Oracle website. After downloading it, simply run the installation wizard to prepare your development environment in your computer. Another tool that you need is an IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. It is a software using which you can edit, build, and run your programs. It comprises of a code editor using which you can write code and the debugger which you use to find bugs or errors in your programs. Let us now look into some of the popular IDEs using which you can write Java programs effectively. Eclipse IDE is the most popular open source IDE. It is very flexible and can be used for writing code in different programming languages such as C, C++ or Java. It provides wide range of plugins and can be extended to fit any specific needs. NetBeans is another open source IDE which includes wide range of features like one-click integration with popular application servers, web servers, or databases. It supports various build tools like Maven or Ant. IntelliJ IDEA is a commercial IDE. It includes features such as code completion, integration with version control systems, and support for refactoring, and many more. Visual Studio Code is a code editor which can be used for different programming languages. It is under active development and has similar features to other IDEs, and its interface is very much customizable. For this course, I would be using IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition IDE. In case you want to use any other IDE, you should be able to learn it without much effort, as all of them has many similarities in their user interfaces. As an individual or a learner, you can download IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition for free and develop your Java programs using it. You can download it from JetBrains website, and after downloading the installer, simply run it and follow the instructions in the installation wizard. Let us start with a simple program that outputs Hello World on this screen. Here is a program with the class Hello World containing a method, main, and which includes a statement system.out.println. If you are unable to understand this now, don't worry. We are going to look into it in detail later in this section. When you execute this program, it will output "Hello World" to the console. Now, let's look into the program in detail. In Java, any code within a method, class, or a flow control structure is always enclosed within a pair of curly braces. Every program in Java must have a class. Every line of code in Java program need to be enclosed within this class. You will learn more about classes later in this course. The main method in the program is entry point for execution. Java program consists of functions or methods, which are collection of statements. Methods are grouped into classes, and related classes are grouped into packages. Java program is a collection of one or more classes. A Java program must be saved with the .java extension. It should have the same name as the class contained in it. Every public class should be kept in a separate file. That's why here we have this code within the hello world.java file. Every program needs one class with the main method. This class is entry point for the program. Code in the main method executes first when the program starts. To run a program, the main method must have a signature as public static void main with arguments, which is an array of strings. Public specifies anyone can access it. Static specifies the method can be invoked without creating an instance of class enclosing it. Void specifies that it does not return any value. And main is the identifier denoting the name of the method. This statement invokes the println method of output stream object called out of the class system. This is used to print a line with the string passed as an argument to it. It takes a string as parameter, for example, hello world. You can pass a different string as parameter to this method to print a different string. Every statement within Java code must be terminated by using a semicolon. It is used as a terminator to denote end of statement. Compiling Java code. For compiling a Java code, you use Java compiler. Java compiler converts Java code which is created as a text file in any editor and is converted to a Java bytecode. We use the command javac followed by the file name to compile the Java code within it. Classic programming languages like C, C++ will get compiled to machine code that are set of instructions that computer's CPU can execute directly. An application compiled in one operating system, say for example in Windows, would not run in another operating system, say for example Linux. Java source code is compiled into Java bytecode, which is platform independent. Java virtual machine interprets this bytecode and converts it to native code for underlying operating system. Java Virtual Machine is a hypothetical machine over which Java code runs. It provides an interpreter used for executing Java bytecode. Java bytecode is a special kind of machine language which could be run on any platform provided by a JVM compatible to the platform. It also makes Java platform independent. Java bytecode is a special kind of machine language which could be run on any platform, provided a JVM compatible to that platform is installed on that machine. It also makes Java platform independent as per write once, run everywhere philosophy. Java has various implementations of Java virtual machines corresponding to various operating systems and platforms. The Java virtual machine enables a computer to run a Java code. The compiler generates bytecode for the JVM, which are executed either by interpretation or just-in-time compilation. To summarize it all, in Java, the program is first compiled by Java compiler to Java bytecode. Then the JVM interprets the bytecode into the native machine code of the platform. The JVMs are available for almost all the platforms which can interpret Java bytecodes to corresponding native code. Let us now look into how the Java code is executed. To execute Java code, use the command Java followed by the class name. On successful execution, this will print hello world to the console. Java architecture. The Java platform is designed in a way to make the programs written in it compatible across all platforms. This means the Java programs are not dependent on Windows, macOS or Linux. The JDK contains tools such as compilers and debuggers useful for developing Java applications. The Oracle implementation is called the Java Development Kit. The Java Development Kit contains following components. It contains compilers, it contains debuggers and various other tools like JavaDoc. It also contains Java runtime environment and libraries of classes. The Java Development Kit is a software development kit required to develop applications in Java. When you download JDK, JRE is also downloaded with it. Java Runtime Environment is a software package that provides Java class libraries, Java virtual machine and other components are required to run Java application. It consists of two main components, the JVM, also known as Java Virtual Machine, and the class libraries. If you need to only run Java programs but not develop them, you need only JRE. You need JDK only if you want to develop Java programs. Memory management. Java Runtime Environment or JRE provides automatic memory management, and this is implemented at the programming language level. The programmer need not specify which objects to deallocate. Area in the memory where objects are stored is called heap. Memory used by objects that will never be read or written again by the program is called garbage. Memory management takes care of allocation of portions of memory to store objects or variables requested by the program and freeing the memory for reuse when these objects are no longer required by the program. Garbage collector. Garbage collector is a background process which provides automatic memory management for Java environment. It takes care of deallocation of computer memory resources for a program. Garbage collection frees the programmer from manually performing memory allocation and deallocation in the code. As a result, certain categories of bugs like memory leaks are eliminated or substantially reduced. Garbage collector performs basically two main tasks. First, it determines what objects of the program will never be accessed in future. It deallocates the memory used by these objects. That's all we had about Java architecture. In the next section, we will look into basics of Java programming language. Let us now look into the basics of Java programming language. Java application. Java application is a collection of classes which interacts with each other to provide a specific functionality. A class is a combination of data and methods. Data is also referred as attributes. Here, for example, if you consider class car, it will have data like model, color, year of manufacturing, and methods like start, move, and stop. Class is collection of data and methods. Number of classes are grouped in a container called package, and package are used to avoid name conflicts and to control access to classes. So here's the syntax of package, which is package keyword example is the name of the package and then semicolon. When you place a class within a package, then the directory structure where the class file resides must match the name of the package. To use a package, we use import statements, and the syntax for using a package is import package name or class name, or you can use a wildcard character. One example is import examples.employee, which imports all the methods and attributes of employee class within examples package. Another way to using this class is using wildcards, where star is the wildcard which denotes all classes in the package. Every Java program by default imports system.lang package. Hence, you may not add import statement for this package before using its objects and methods. In our Hello World program, we use system.out.println method without putting any import statement for system.lang because this is by default imported by Java. There's a concept of static imports which allows you to import static methods and fields from other classes or interfaces. The syntax is import static and the name of the class from which you want to import the static methods and fields. We'll see more about this. Let me demonstrate you how to create a Hello World program, and I will also demonstrate the use of packages. So what I do here is first I go to file, I create new project, Let me call this project first project, and I have selected the Java project type, and then I can go to next, and I can provide the project name, which is, I call it first program. I click finish, and then I should see my project should be opened. Yes. So now you see I have a new project, and there is a src directory where I'll place the Java source code. So first what I need to do is I need to create a new package. It's always a good practice to keep your code organized in different packages. So you can use some domain name as your package. In this case, I use just com.example, and in this package, I'll create a new class, Java class, and in this particular class, I'll have to provide a name. So here the name of my class is Hello World. So you see my code is now created. This is the package statement which specifies this class is within the com.example package. The name of the Java file is helloworld.java, which matches the public class name, and also the folder structure within which my code is there also matches the package name. So here my package is com.example, and the source code is also within com folder, and then there is a subfolder example subfolder, and there I have the Hello World class. Now to print a particular message, say for example Hello World, in this case what I need to do is I need to define a method which is main method. So public static void main is my method, and it will take an argument which is a string argument, and I will use the latest syntax of variable arguments because it takes an array of strings as argument. And now within this method, main method, which is the entry point of this Java program, I will write system.out.println, and this takes a string argument which is the string to be printed, and it takes different kinds of variables as well, but in this case we will pass the string literal, so which is just hello world string. So now I have hello world string passed to the println method, and for every statement I should terminate it with a semicolon in Java. This is specifying or denoting end of statement. Now to run this in this IDE, I simply have to go and say run, and I will choose the class which I need to run, and the output will be visible in a few seconds. It compiles the code, and then I see here the output in the console, which is hello world. So this is how a simple Java program works. To compile, you just have to go and click on run option in the menu, and then you will see the console output. Now I can pass some other string as well here. So I can say hello Java. So now when I run this again, we'll see the output will change, and it should show hello Java. So yeah, you see here hello Java. So this is a concept of parameter where if you pass different strings, you can print different strings to console output. Now in order to create another class, let's say I want to create another class, and I will name this class maybe my message class. I'll demonstrate the use of imports. So this class is not within a package. As a best practice, I'll create a package. I'll call this com.example dot message. This is my package, and let me put this class within the package, and I refactor it because now the package statement for this package com.example.message should be added to this class. Now in this class, let me just define a static variable. So I have a static variable. Static means you need not have to instantiate the objects of a class, and you can simply use the variables. I will define a variable text and then call hello world. So this is my implementation of the class, and let me try to use this within this method. So what I will do, I will I'll try to use with my message class, and I'll try to use the text text string variable, which is defined within this class. So as you see here in my hello world method, I am unable to use this message class. So the solution is I should import. So I should import this package, in this case com.example. So the quick way to do this is there is a quick way where I can hover and I say import class. This is a feature provided by the ID, and then this statement is already added here. Now if I go here, I see still some error. So it says the field.text is not defined, and it's not public as well. So I'll make this as public from within the message class, and now it is available to be used here. So the value of text was hello world. So if I run this program now, so I can again build the project and run. So I'm now running the program, and it will print hello world because the value of the variable text is hello world. Now here we need not have to import the system class because it's part of java.lang.system package. But by default in Java, whenever you create a class, this package is automatically imported. So you need not have to specify it. But in case you want to use a static import, then that could be one situation. So where you can say import static, and then I will say I want to use everything within system class. And now if I go to out, I need not have to now use system, and I can just say out.println message.text. So if I run this program again, you would see that I'll get hello world printed again. So my program works, and this is a static import feature where I by default import all the methods and instances defined within system by using a wildcard star. So I need not have to use system dot in this case, and I can simply use out.println, and the result is the same. So thank you. This is about using static imports in Java. Comments in Java program are used to add notes to the programs. Here is an example of a single line comment. It starts with 2/ and spans until the end of line. Generally, comments are used to explain what the code is doing. This is a good practice as it makes it more understandable for you to refer it back later, or for others who might want to read your code. Comments are ignored by Java compiler. Java supports 3 kinds of comment statement. Just note, in this, the comment starts with the // and ends till end of line. Here the next line offline is not a comment, and this will give you a compilation error. But yes, just make a note that the end of comment is end of line. Java provides multiple formats of comments. It also supports multi-line comments where you use a slash and an asterisk character. This comment starts with the slash and asterisk sign and ends until it finds the asterisk sign followed by slash again. Java does not support nesting of multi-line comments, but this is useful when you have to put a lot of nodes and you don't want to use double slashes multiple times. Documentation comments. Documentation commands are used to generate documentation in HTML format from the source code containing these commands. There is a Java doc tool in JDK, and this helps you generate HTML documentation for your program or API which you have developed. Keywords or reserved words, they have a predefined meaning in Java language. These words cannot be used as a variable or object name. Few examples of keywords in Java are boolean, break, byte, case, and so on. This is a long list. We'll cover most of them in the rest of the course. Variables is a name or identifier given to a storage location in memory. Variables are used for storing data in memory temporarily and retrieving the stored value later for data processing. Variables have type and can be assigned a value. Here are a few examples of variables. For example, int age equal to 25 stores the integer 25 in a location referenced by identifier age. Similarly, there are different kinds of data type which we will learn later in this course. You can also use a comma separated list to declare more than one variables of a single type in a single line. For example, here there are multiple variables A, B, C of type integer, and they are assigned values and they are separated by comma. This makes the code more concise. Data values that appear in a program are called literals. We will discuss different types later in this course. Constant represent an immutable value. It is also known as final variables, as its value cannot be changed after initialization. So you should note here we use final keyword to specify the variable pi. Constant pi will have value unchanged after it's initialized. The name of a given variable, constant, class or method is called an identifier. In Java, there's no limit to the length of identifier. You can use as many characters as you would like. The convenience is the only factor limiting the size of identifier. Identifier must begin with an underscore character or an alphabet, followed by any number of alphabets or digits. Identifiers are case sensitive, which means age with capital A and age with all letters in caps, they will be treated as different identifiers. A Java keyword cannot be used as an identifier. Scope. Area within a program where the variable or constant is meaningful and is accessible is called scope. In Java, data types are used to store data in the variables. They determine the size of storage required in the memory for storing these values. There are two kinds of data types: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are also known as reference data types. Here is the list of all the primitive data types. In Java, we have primitive data types for storing Boolean, character, integers, and decimal. Bool data type is used for storing true or false value. Char data type is used to store individual characters. Integer data type is of form byte, short, int, and long. And for storing floating numbers or decimal numbers, you have float and double data type. Let's look into each of these data types in detail. Byte data type stores whole number in the range of -128 to 127. It takes 1 byte of memory storage. In Java, you can denote a number in binary format by prefixing it with 0 followed by B. Here, for example, B2 variable is having values prefixed with 0B. That means this value is not 10, it is binary equivalent. So the value stored in B2 is number 2 in decimal. Whereas B1 will be a decimal number 125. In Java, you can use underscore for better readability. So here variable B2 and B3, they are equal. The underscore is only used for purpose of better readability. Short stores whole number in the range of 2 to the power 16 plus and minus, including negative and positive numbers. It takes 2 bytes of memory storage. Keyword short is used to declare a variable of short data type. Integer is similar to byte or short. It has a wider range, which is from -2 billions to +2 billion approximately. It takes 4 bytes of memory storage. It can also be represented in various formats, including binary or with underscores for better readability. Float stores decimal numbers, also known as floating point numbers. It contains whole number part as well as fractional part. The range for floating point numbers starts from 3.4 10 to the power -38 to 3.4 10 to the power +38, and it includes both negative and positive numbers. It uses 4 bytes of memory, and you can use a suffix f. Double data type is similar to floating point data type, except it has a much higher range of values from 1.7 into 10 to the power -308 to 1.7 into 10 to the power +308, again including the negative numbers as well. It uses 8 bytes of memory storage. And below are some examples of how to declare a variable of type double. You can use decimal notation, which is denoted by a decimal point, or you can use scientific notation. In Java, you write scientific notation as your base, which is 1.2345, and then exponent part is after the symbol e. So here 1.2345 e2 represents 1.2345 into 10 to the power 2, which is equivalent to 123.45. Expressions in Java is combination of literals, operators, variables, and parentheses, and are used to calculate value. Expressions could be of various types. For example, arithmetic expressions. They use arithmetic operators and are used to assign arithmetic values to variables. Boolean expression is an expression which can either be true or false. There are various types of operators in Java as below: arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, and bitwise operators. Here is the list of arithmetic operators. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication denoted by asterisk symbol, division denoted by slash symbol. There is a modular or remainder operator which is denoted by percentage character. It performs integer division and returns the remainder. There is an increment operator denoted by plus plus and a decrement operator denoted by minus minus. Here is examples of arithmetic expression. Here sum is equal to 10 plus 5, so the result will be 15. If we assign a to 5, b to 4 and x to 17 and then try to find the difference between a minus b, which is 5 minus 4, the result will be 1. Product of a into b will be 20, which is 5 multiplied by 4. If we divide 17 by 5, the result will be 3. Note, this is an integer division. Integer I is equal to 5. Result I modulo 3 will give you the remainder of 5 divided by 3, which will be equal to 2. So hope you have understood arithmetic expressions well. Let's look into the increment and decrement operator. The increment and decrement operators provide more compact way to increase or decrease the value of a variable by 1. If used as prefix, the operator increments or decrements the value first and then uses the new value in the expression. If used as postfix, it uses the current value and then increments or decrements the value. For example, when num is equal to 5 and you use plus plus num, at this stage if you print, it will return 6. However, if sum is equal to 4 and you use value equal to sum minus minus, then the value which is assigned to val variable will be 4, because it will use the current value which is 4 and then it will decrement sum. So after executing this expression, it will decrement the value of sum to 3. Assignment operator assigns a value to a variable. Assignment operators can be combined with other operator. For example, instead of writing a is equal to a plus b, you can write a plus equal to b as a shorthand notation. Here's the list of bitwise operators. Ampersand denotes bitwise AND. Vertical bar denotes bitwise OR. The cap symbol or caret symbol denotes exclusive OR. Unary operator complement is represented by tilde sign. And there are bitwise left shift and right shift operators, which is denoted by 2 less than signs or 2 greater than signs. There's also an unsigned right shift operator, which is denoted by 3 times greater than sign. Left shift operator shifts the bit pattern to the left. Right shift operator shifts the bit pattern to right. It preserves the sign bit. However, if you use unsigned right shift operator, it shifts the bit to the left. It does not preserve the signed bit. Any expression in Java is evaluated as per the precedence order. The topmost precedence order is assigned to postfix increment and decrement, followed by prefix increment and decrement and unary operators. Then you have multiplicative operators, which is asterisk symbol / then modulo. Then you have additive operator, and then shift operators, which could be left shift, right shift, and then unsigned right shift operator. Then you have relational operators, instance of equality operators, bitwise operators, bitwise exclusive OR operator, bitwise OR operator, logical AND, logical OR, ternary and assignment operators. The operators in this table are listed from higher to lower precedence from top to bottom. Typecasting. There are two ways of doing typecasting in Java. It is implicit casting and explicit casting. Implicit casting happens when we store a value in a larger data type. This is also known as widening casting, as the smaller data types get converted to a larger data type. In this example, short is stored in 2 bytes of memory, whereas int is stored in 4 bytes of memory. So when you assign or copy value of n to variable m, there is no possibility of data loss. Both the types are compatible as they both are stored as 2's complement integer. So this will automatically be casted by Java. Explicit casting is performed by programmer by using the syntax as below. In this example, short is stored in 2 bytes of memory, whereas integer is stored in 4 bytes of memory. So in the assignment statement where n is being assigned the value of m, there is possibility of data loss. Therefore, Java prescribes usage of the syntax where you put in the curly bracket the type which you want to cast explicitly. This ensures programmer is aware that there is possibility of data loss. Incompatible types. You cannot cast a short variable into a float variable and vice versa, as the types are incompatible. For the same reason, the given example will give compilation error when you try to cast variables. Here I is represented as 2's complement number, whereas C is stored as a Unicode character. So the types are incompatible. I cannot be casted to F, which is a floating point number. In both these situations, you will get compilation errors in Java. Wrapper classes. Wrapper classes provides a way to create objects using primitive data types such as int, float, boolean, etc. The table enumerates all the wrapper classes available in Java along with their corresponding primitive data types. You can convert a string to a number using parse methods. For each of the wrapper data types, you have corresponding methods. For example, short has parse short, which converts a string to short. Integer has parse int. It converts string to integer, and Same is the case with parse float. Converting string to a number using parse methods takes a string and tries to convert the data type of the class.